Welcome to East Coast LQ Reviews, and welcome back to Repurchase or Pass. This is episode 2. Today we'll be talking about 5 different bourbons under $40. First up, we got Old Forester 86 proof bourbon. Old Forester 86 proof bourbon is made by the Old Forester Distillery and owned by Brown-Forman. It's 43% alcohol by volume. Mash bill's 72% corn, 18% rye, 10% malted barley. There is no age statement, and from what I found online, the MSRP is $22 to $26. So this Old Forester I actually did really enjoy. Had a lot of notes of like banana cream, like banana, vanilla, and it had a little bit of that bakery spice and caramel. For an 86 proof bourbon, it was actually pretty good for the money, and I would definitely purchase this again. Next up, we got Wild Turkey 101 bourbon. Wild Turkey 101 bourbon is made by the Wild Turkey Distillery and owned by the Campari Group. It is a blend of 6 to 8-year-old bourbons, and the mash bill is 75% corn, 13% rye, and 12% malted barley, and the MSRP is $25. Yeah, this was actually a really good bottle. This had a lot of that like bakery spice and candy citrus with some good vanilla notes. Really nice finish. I definitely think this bourbon is totally worth that. I believe it was around $27 what I paid, and yeah, I would definitely purchase this one again. This is a must-have on a bar. Works good in cocktails as well, so definitely going to pick myself up another one of these. Next up, we got Old Tub Ball & Bond. Jim Beam Old Tub Bourbon is distilled by the Jim Beam Distillery and owned by Beam Suntory. It is a bottle and bond, so the whiskey must be made by one distiller at one distillery in one distilling season, spring or fall. It must be aged for at least 4 years in oak barrels in a federally bonded warehouse and bottled at 100 proof under the U.S. government supervision. The mash bill is 75% corn, 13% rye, and 12% malted barley, and the MSRP is $24. Now this was a good bottle and bond bourbon, but found it very similar to the Evan Williams bottle and bond, which I actually would say that I enjoyed the Evan Williams bottle and bond over this. This was $4 more, therefore I'd probably grab the Evan Williams bottle and bond over this one. So I would say I'd probably pass as far as picking up more of these, but I would definitely recommend it as a product to try if you've never had it before. Next up, we got Starlight Distillery's Carl T. Huber's Signature Indiana Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Starlight Distillery Carl T. Huber's Signature Indiana Straight Bourbon Whiskey is made and distilled by the Starlight Distillery. It is 92 proof or 46% alcohol by volume. It is aged for 4 years. It is a blend of 2 different mash bills, one consisting of 60% corn, 20% rye, and 20% malted barley. And the other mash bill is 51% corn, 20% rye, 20% malted barley, and 9% wheat. And the MSRP is $36. So this was actually a pretty good bourbon for the money, $36, definitely a higher priced one on this list. So it was 92 proof, 46% alcohol by volume, aged for 4 years. So for $36, you're getting a good value. This is definitely, to me, more of like a craft bourbon, like a craft kind of whiskey. I got a lot of like chocolate and like caramel apple notes with this one. I really enjoyed this, so I would definitely recommend going out and trying this if you see it. And I also would definitely pick up another bottle in the future, for sure. Next up, we got Redwood Empire Pipe Dream Bourbon. Redwood Empire Pipe Dream Bourbon is owned by the Redwood Empire Distilling Company. The distillate is from undisclosed distilleries in California, Indiana, Kentucky, and Tennessee. The proof is 90 proof or 45% alcohol by volume. On the website, it does say it is a blend of 4 to 12-year-old barrels. In the mash bill, 75% corn, 21% raw rye, and 4% malted barley. And the MSRP is $35. Now I remember getting a lot of nuttiness with this. I was getting like pecan and cherry, and I was getting a good amount of like char and spice notes as well. So it was a good bourbon. I was getting some decent flavor off of this. For that $35 that I paid, I would say it's definitely worth the money. 45%, 90 proof. Aged at least 4 years in hand-selected barrels. Yeah, this is a solid product. But as far as if I repurchase it again, I think I would definitely buy the Lost Monarch over this, and possibly the Emerald Giant. So this was my like least favorite of the three. But overall, solid whiskey for the money. I recommend trying it. Me personally probably wouldn't grab it again. So gonna pass on that one. And yeah, if you guys enjoy seeing these videos, definitely leave a comment down below. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this. I want to do some ryes under like 40 bucks. And yeah, there you have it. If there's anything else you guys like to see on my channel, make sure to leave a comment down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my upcoming videos. And look at beer. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.